Yeah. So, Oda is a genius. Apparently, Kuma knew the entire time that Luffy was a special little princess. Luffy had the amazing Sun God Devil Fruit from the start. Kuma knew from the start that Luffy had the Nika Devil Fruit. Oda is a genius! That's why Kuma sent Luffy to train on the perfect island. That's why he protected the Thousand Sunny ship. Is what every single One Piece reviewer is going to say. Because they are liars. They are on copium. And they are simps. They can be reviewers when it comes to any other manga, but when it comes to One Piece is perfect. Oda has planned everything out from the start. Oda is a genius. So apparently Kuma knew the entire time about Sun God and he worshipped Nika. And that's funny because the Sun God named Nika didn't exist before chapter 1018. Who's Who was the first character in the entire story of One Piece to mention Nika. And the Sun God before that was just a giant snake on Skypiea that the ancient Skypian people worshipped. The giant snake on Skypiea was a sun god, rain god, earth god, forest god, and it literally had nothing to do with Luffy at all. But apparently everyone always knew about Nika, but no one ever mentioned it until 1000 chapters into the story. Imagine writing 1000 chapters of a manga, then you create a new character that's a god, you give the main character this god's abilities, and now this god that was introduced 1000 chapters into the story of One Piece is the main focus of One Piece now, because Oda apparently has everything planned out from the start. That's why he keeps adding new things into the story. 1000 chapters into this story, and he creates these new characters that become the main focus point of the entire story. Never mentioning this thing, never hinting it, never foreshadowing it. And now Oda is just rewriting One Piece history by making characters seem like, oh, they knew about Nika the entire time. They just forgot to mention it, I guess. Shanks knew about Nika the entire time, but he never once mentioned, hey Luffy, you have an amazing special godly ability, the rarest and most special devil fruit in existence. Nah, instead he was like, okay, so this kid just ate the most special, amazing godly devil fruit in existence. I'm gonna leave him alone, I'm gonna leave. Who cares what happens to this kid? And that makes sense, right? Because Oda planned out the story from the start. And the Kurosei always wanted to get their hands on this Sun God Devil Fruit. Yet not once before Wano did they ever actually bother to go after the Devil Fruit. Because that makes sense. Because, Oda has planned out the entire story from the start. Oda is a genius. Praise Oda. And now it turns out that Kuma protected the Thousand Sunny ship because he knew about Nika the entire time. And he sent Luffy to Amazon Lily because he knew that Boa Hancock is going to fall in love with Luffy, and he knew that Boa Hancock is going to help Luffy break into Impel Down trying to save Ace. Because Kuma knows everything. Nah, Kuma didn't send Luffy on some random island so he could escape Kizaru and the Marines. Instead, he planned this out from the start. He knew that Boa Hancock was going to fall in love with Luffy. He knew that she's going to help him break into Impel Down, because Kuma is the smartest character in all of One Piece, apparently. Now here's the question I have. Why didn't Kuma send Luffy to the revolutionary army? Dragon could have explained to him, I am your father, you have this special amazing godly devil fruit, we have to protect you. You can say that Luffy was not allowed to join the revolutionary army for some unknown reason, but then why was Nico Robin allowed to join the revolutionary army? So Kuma knew that Luffy had this amazing godly special devil fruit, and he decided that I'm gonna send you to some random ass island, and I don't care how you are going to survive or how you are going to make it out of there. Because again, that makes sense, right? Before this chapter, the reason why Kuma helped Luffy, it was because Kuma was a friend of Luffy's father. And Kuma and Luffy's father both worked for the Revolutionary Army. But now it's revealed that actually, Kuma knew about Nika the entire time. That's why he protected the Thousand Sunny ship. That's why he sent Luffy to Amazon Lily, not the Revolutionary Army. Okay. And Shanks knew about Nika the entire time. He never mentioned it. And he abandoned a small child with the most amazing devil fruit in existence. And Gorosei knew about Nika the entire time, but they never went after it. One Piece is fucking stupid now.